You're
DJ Sonic.
It's a beautiful day. Birds chirping. Hey neighbor. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. So, we gotta talk. First of all, hope everybody's enjoying their Easter vacation, spring break. I didn't do a podcast today because it's Easter weekend, so the following weekend probably won't be a podcast as well because I gotta pull the transmission out of the pill machine and put a converter in it. So let's sit down, grab some snacks, and let's talk. We gotta talk about some things. So hope you guys enjoyed the race with the Hellcat. I did. Proud of Hellboy. Proud of what I achieved and how, everything worked out. And the fact that I was able to push that Navi kit further than what I was told it couldn't be pushed to was a very satisfying accomplishment for me. You seen in the video, like in third gear, Hellboy just held his own against that Hellcat. Every time when I shift into fourth, when I lost against the Hellcat, like a lot of people get centrifugals confused with turbos. So like centrifugals are RPM related force induction units. So if I see 12 pounds of boost at 4,000 RPMs, it's going to see 12 pounds of boost at 4,000 RPMs. There's no building boost. That's where it's at. At 4,000 RPMs, I'll be at 12 pounds. At 7,200 RPMs, I'm at 26 pounds. I'm building steam. When I shift and I go back down to $4,000, I just lost damn near 10 pounds of boost and I got to build it back up again. And then it's, in the comments, it's like, oh man, your shifting ain't right. All this other stuff. I'm like, I'm doing everything I can to get this car to do what it's supposed to do. It's not my fault. It's just how the centrifugal is. ZZP was right in a lot of ways. Like they said that Turbo Tim was like, he hates centrifugal superchargers. He dearly hates them. And he was saying that if you want to make power with a centrifugal, you run a big ass stall and let it rip. And he's 100% right. If you look how Hellboy was pulling in third gear, look at the view video again when the camera was facing me driving and you could see the Hellcat through my driver's window. Watch how Hellboy pulled in third gear against that Hellcat when I was high in the RPMs until I shifted into fourth. Then that's when the Hellcat left me like I wasn't trying no more. If I was an automatic with a 3,500 stall, that race would have been like that the whole time. We'd have been door to door, or I would have pulled on them by a fender. Guarantee, I 100% guarantee that's what would have happened. But manuals and centrifugals is just not really the move. I admit it. But I wanted to push the envelope. I wanted to fucking max it out. I wanted to just make a point, and I did. I feel very accomplished what I was able to achieve with the Navi. Now, I also found the limitations. Now, y'all know through years, I've been perfecting that kit, and I got that kit perfected, bulletproof, but everything has a limit, and I've reached the limit. Nobody has ever, I'm going to say this, nobody's never spun with a 3800. Nobody's never spun a Paxton Navi 2000 or 1000 to 7,200 RPMs. I'll wait. Nobody's never did that because everybody had problems with shredding belts and everything else. But I was the one to achieve 7,200s with a 2.6 pulley. Let me say that again. 7,200 RPMs with a 2.6 pulley. I have never seen nobody do that with a Paxton Navi 2000 on a 3800. I set the bar high with that one. I'm gonna toot my horn on that. Now at that cost though, now it's gonna like literally do burnouts on the belt and just shred the belt, as you can see on the last video. So that's the limiting factor with the kit now, is that like there's nothing I can do about that. So I got that, right? So if I continue on running this kit, I'm always gonna have a problem with running cog belts because of where the level where it's at now. The motor's pretty much still, if you was driving my car, you would know that motor is still laughing at that setup. It is literally laughing at it. I could throw another 300 RPMs at that motor and it would still love it. I could probably throw more degrees of timing at it and it's going to love it. That motor is retarded. Moving on. The pill machine needs a torque converter. So I'm like, okay, let me start looking for transmission parts because I want to put a tire on it. I want to run out the track. I'm trying to run 10s in it. I'm looking at these parts and the parts that's available, the transmission will probably be good to hold 450 lucky 500. And I'm trying to push it to a 10-second car on slicks. And that's going to, and then all we can get is GXP chains. Now, some people say like, yeah, I'm running that chain set up whoop-de-whoop, right? I get it. You can run it for how long. I don't want to pull this transmission every 500-600 miles. I've been there and done that. That's why I went 5-speed with Hellboy. So now I'm thinking about that. And then the added stress on, me and Sean are like, yeah, I got to build a transmission again. Whoop-de-whoop, right? Oh, I broke another cog belt. And then on top of that, to turn the pill machine up, I got 1,000cc injectors in here. And now I have to, if I want to go further with it, I need to do a return style on it. So I need to upgrade the fuel. So you got all that in factor, right? So what do I do from here? I don't want to put a tire on Hellboy because the number one thing I'm scared of is the passenger side CV axles. If it breaks, it's going to slap the block and my block's ruined. So I ponder on it, and I'm like, man, what do I do from here? Like, do I just wing it out? Mind you, how did I break the converter? I was getting on the on ramp, was going to work. Getting on the on ramp, and I just gave it a little gas, and it went full boost. And when I did that, I'll tell you exactly how I feel. If you drive a manual car, if you ease off the clutch just for the car to coast, and if you give it gas while it's just doing that as you're holding the clutch pedal still in, you are slipping the clutch. And you can feel it fucking the clutch up if you give it too much gas doing that. Now imagine that doing it like 6,000 RPMs in a torque converter. It was brutal. I'm like, oof. Ooh, I know I destroyed this converter, and I did. So, this brings me to my next point. The pill machine ran the best it ever has since I owned it last year when I finished that Gen 5 2.8 build and had it tuned. It was the best that car ever ran. I didn't have to worry about transmissions breaking. I was able to just reliably drive it every day, do pulls in it. Didn't even really necessarily have to scan because it was dialed in. And it was just perfect. So I have decided I am going to put the pill machine back to a Gen 5 on a 2.8 pulley, full size intercool, and put the 80s back on and just rock it for what it is. Reliable, still a fun car, nothing to worry about. I don't have to worry about building transmissions for it. Cool. That's what I'm going to do with the pill machine. It's less stress on me. It's less stress on the wife. And if there was more available parts for that transmission, I would go for it. But for what I want to do, I don't want to go through that. So I'm just going to do that with the pill machine. Hellboy chews belts. I'm happy with the build. But I think I'm not done with Hellboy just yet. I'm going to sell the Paxton's setup, getting rid of the Navi setup, and my turbo kit and the pill machine is going on Hellboy. Now, I know a lot of people may be like, damn, man, why are you getting rid of the Paxton's so iconic? It is. But I'm thinking of like the long run for myself to not having to wrench every time. And it's just more ideal to go turbo. And if the car scares me, I can on the whim, hit the boost controller and turn the boost down. So, and if I need it, I could turn it up by a press of a button. I'm going to do that. So what I'm going to do, I'm still going to run the 62, 66 and run the Z7 kit. Later down the road, maybe I'll upgrade to a Statham crossover pipe and down pipe. But for now, I'm going to just run what I got. I'm going to purchase, I already talked to Clay about it. I'm going to go and purchase a dual disc clutch. I'm already just going to get that off the jump because I already know I'm about to make some stupid torque with this turbo setup. I don't have to change nothing in my motor. My motor's already ready to go. Hellboy's already got the fuel system for it. It's got the block for it. So I'm going to turn that boy up to 26 pounds where my rings is gap for. 26 pounds. I'm going to get a shield made for the passenger side CV axle so it don't slap my block because that's what I was worried about. And I'm actually going to put a tire on Hellboy now. I didn't want to put a tire on there because I was worried about that passenger CV axle breaking like that. But if I got a guard on there where my block won't get hurt, I'll throw a tire on it all day. I mean, as far as rebuilding the CV axle, I done did it I don't know how many times already. And plus I got spares. So that's going to happen. Now, I am going to get a Quaife differential. I'm not going to put it in the transmission that's in Hellboy now. I'm going to put it in this one, my spare. I'm going to have it ready to go. So I'm going to put a Quaife differential in that. So that's ready to go. And then I'm going to put the dual disc clutch in there now. And I'm going to get an electric boost controller, an innovative boost controller, or AEM 1 or 2. I ain't made my mind which one yet. It's going to have an electric boost controller so I can ramp the boost in like I need to. And then, yeah, I think it's more ideal for me to do that. It's going to suck because I'm going to lose the iconic Hellboy exhaust sound, the throaty, beastly. I'm going to lose it because now it's going to sound like a 2JZ with the turbo. Tone of the motor is going to change. Still going to cam hard like it does. It's going to sound like a 2JZ now. I hate them. I'm hating them. I'm going to lose that, and I'm going to lose that Navi whistle. But it's all right. It is what it is. The ZZP headers that sent Hellboy is now going to go on the pill machine. So pill machine is going to have the infamous 3800 rasp exhaust because I don't have the equalizer no more. But like I said, the pill machine will be reliable and still fun and not high on maintenance like it's about to be. If it was the transmission stuff was more available, I would just leave everything how they are. But like F23s, man, they're easy to rebuild. They're easy to rebuild, and they're more reliable than a 6.5. They really are. And putting a diff in them is like putting a 1-inch chain in a 6.5. So yeah, man, that's where I'm at. So I hope you guys feel me on my decision. I thought it was over, but it's not. It's just started. Carter Motorsports ran against a red eye. He rose the bar. I mean, me and him don't talk, but I still respect the hell out of what he did. And man, I gotta come for that torch too. Hell, if he can do it, shit, me too. So I was after Hellcats, now I'm after Red Eyes. So still gonna do we're still gonna do the damn thing on the 3rd. We're gonna get numbers for how Hellboy is now. We're gonna get numbers with the pill machine with the turbo kit on it. And I'm still gonna race Sindel one more time with the pill machine as a turbo car so I can get my revenge. And then after that, Sindel got it from there. Because once I put it back to a 2.8 setup, it's not touching Sindel. So yeah, still look forward to May 3rd. Still gonna put them on the dyno. Still gonna get numbers for how they are now. And after that, when I come back, then the swap begins. Turbo on Hellboy and pill machine back to a Gen 5. So I hope you guys enjoyed the little talk. Hope you guys enjoy your Easter weekend, and stay tuned for good content coming, and I will catch you guys on the next one.